Cody Biggs, the role and impact of leadership in M&A. Mergers and acquisitions, M&A, play an extremely vital role in the success of most businesses, particularly in today's global economy. At the helm of such a complicated and high-stakes process are those with strong leadership skills whose actions can have a tremendous impact on the outcome. Understanding this power is key to making sound decisions when it comes to M&A. After all, the success or failure of any venture hinges upon its leadership. In this video, Cody Biggs discusses the role leaders play during an M&A process and how their influence impacts its results. Cody Biggs describes the role and impact of leadership in M&A. Leadership plays a crucial role in mergers and acquisitions, M&A, says Cody Biggs. Those leading the M&A transaction will create the vision and strategy, align stakeholders, manage communication, build trust among shareholders, and negotiate. Leaders need to work closely with their teams to ensure success since it is a complex process that requires technical know-how as well as excellent relationship management skills. Leaders have an obligation towards their organizations and their investors to ensure that the M&A transaction meets all legal requirements as well as creates value for both organizations. They must assess whether or not the merger or acquisition fits into the long-term objectives of their organization and make appropriate decisions on behalf of their business partners. Leadership also has to consider any potential risks associated with the transaction and how to mitigate them. Furthermore, leaders must ensure that any conflicts of interest between the two organizations are addressed in an appropriate manner. This can often be the most challenging aspect of leadership in mergers and acquisitions since it involves managing relationships between different key stakeholders. Leaders must also create an environment where all parties can communicate openly and honestly to gain a thorough understanding of each other's needs and objectives. According to Harvard Business Review, 90% of mergers fail to achieve their expected value due to ineffective leadership and poor communication among stakeholders. Poorly executed M&As can have a long-term negative impact on company performance, such as decreased employee morale, financial losses, customer dissatisfaction, or worse. Therefore, strong leadership is essential for successful mergers and acquisitions. A great example of effective leadership in M&A is the merger between Apple Incorporated and Beats Electronics. In 2014, Apple acquired Beats for a price tag of $3 billion, which made it the company's largest acquisition ever. Under the guidance of Tim Cook, Apple CEO, Eddie Q, Senior Vice President, and Jimmy Iovine, co-founder and Chief Creative Officer at Beats, both teams were able to successfully integrate their structures, business models, technologies, products, and resources into one single entity while still maintaining their individual identities. According to Cody Biggs, this was largely driven by strong leadership from both sides who worked together to create a win-win situation for both companies and their respective stakeholders. Cody Biggs's concluding thoughts. In conclusion, strong leadership is essential for successful mergers and acquisitions. Leaders must create a vision and strategy, align stakeholders, manage communication, build trust among shareholders, and negotiate. They must also ensure that the M&A transaction meets all legal requirements as well as creates value for both organizations while managing any conflicts of interest between the two parties. According to Cody Biggs, poorly executed M&As can have long-term negative impacts, so it is important to invest in strong leadership to increase the chances of success. The Apple/Beats merger is an example of effective leadership that resulted in mutually beneficial outcomes for both sides. Thanks for watching.